Good morning, shut-ins.
Yo, 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 yo.
What's going on?
What it do, babies? Good night.
How are you today? I gotta tie this. I was running late.
Uh-oh, y'all get to see part of the tie trick. This is in reverse.
I just got like my first video chat phone call on Instagram. So weird.
Y'all finna see the trick, but he do it in reverse. This is in reverse for y'all. Pay attention. It might be fast, quicker than the eye can see.
Um, today.
Y'all gotta
Good
see.
morning,
Watch. I'm
Adam,
telling you.
Lady J, Rodney. What's going on, everyone? Jodi.
I can't even catch it sometimes. I just look and it be on, and I'll be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Okay, look it. Okay, ooh, Nelly. Ah, shit. In my head. Ah, damn, that hurt. Ah, ooh, look at it. Ooh. Hey, I'm telling you, he doing it in slow motion for y'all. He go way faster than that. Catch him while he running late. Ooh. Y'all better zoom in on the screens. And we presented you the tie trick in reverse. Good morning, Jodi.
It's a fat ass tie.
Katrina says starting early. I see Eric. We just trying to make sure Mike is looking good for all the ladies out there who don't check in early. We want them to check in early, so we're gonna start having Mike do his tie trick in reverse in the mornings, and people actually check in. They don't check in for me. I don't think they don't be here for me. They be here for Mike, his tie tricks, and the guests. What's up, JT? What it do, man? Katrina, how are you? Said Eric's frisky this morning. Not really. Hey, Ashley, good to see you in the comments. Hey, Rayanne, how are you this morning? Hey, Kalia, if you're watching with her.
Is Jay in the comments? Because if he is,
Jay who? JT?
JT.
Yeah, I said what's up to JT.
His son's probably in the comments too.
Sawyer?
Sawyer.
What it do, Sawyer?
What's going on, everyone?
Me and Sawyer played catch last night, and he out catch. He out caught me. I was gonna say he out catch me, but that sound like I'm dumb. He out caught. What was it? Caught or catch? He out caught me in catching passes, and I was kind of disappointed because supposedly I won a Super Bowl, but this dude is catching more than me. So, but shout out to Sawyer. He also hustled me for a signature. I couldn't do nothing about it. He put me in a tough position, backed me into a corner. It was nighttime. It was dark. He was like, "Yo, can I get an autograph?" And I'm like, "All right, you got it. I can't do nothing right now." He's on cloud nine. Asked me if you play Fortnite. Of course, I play Fortnite. Well, I haven't recently, but I watch it. I smell another rematch. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a rematch, cause yeah, I'm excited for the race between Eric and Key. You shouldn't be excited. It's It's a one way. It's a one way race. This race is like going to. It's like paying. It's like people back in the day who used to pay thousands of dollars for a Mike Tyson fight, and then it literally ends in the first round. And so you pay $6,000, $7,000 in the '90s, which was a lot, for some seats, and now you only there for 13 seconds. It's just a huge disappointment, you know. So, Lady J, you can be excited for this race, but just know it's really no excitement to this race. It's just me absolutely destroying him while eating donuts and then continuing about my day as if the race didn't happen. Now, for him, it's going to be completely humiliating. Well, it shouldn't be, though, because you're losing to somebody who work out for a living. So, but at least he'll get to see where he's at, you know, in terms of how athletic he is. It's a good test for him, you know. It's just like them greyhounds that be chasing them fake rabbits all the way around the track, thinking they're gonna catch them. They never do. Oh man.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy you're all here.
Oh, Kalia just woke up. Good morning, Kalia.
What does everyone think about us doing the contest and naming the winner halfway through? What's up, Trish?
No.
No,
you
want
to. You gotta wait to the end because then people just log out as soon as they win. No, absolutely not. Y'all, if you want to know who won, you better stay the whole time.
That's right.
Hell nah. Yeah, they're finna be playing us out of some minutes on this stream. Better keep your eyes on us. What's up, DQ? My dog, Dairy Queen. I don't know. Be careful. I don't know. I don't know. You need to be careful about them Beantown guys. What? What are you talking about, Lady J? One Uncle Rick. Once a week. Scotty Too Hotty said it once a week. What zombies, JT? Trish Hoover. Wait until the end. What is y'all talking about? The end of what? Y'all trying to mess with me? JT talking about what happened to the zombies. I ain't seen no zombies, and Trish talking about wait to the end. The end of what? Y'all need to explain yourselves. Y'all need to put what this means with a little asterisk and then put referring to, so then we know what you're talking about. You can't just be writing random stuff in the comments. Just y'all thoughts. Y'all just type it in the comments. Good morning, Sheila.
That was a big message.
The show for the contest.
What's up, Rick?
Oh, Trish said, wait to the end of the show for the contest. Yeah, that's right, Trish, because Trish be staying the whole time. She loyal to us. The rest of y'all, and she's so loyal that she take her time to write in all caps, which is extremely hard to do, like I said.
No, she just puts the cap locks. She doesn't hold it down.
Yeah, but you can't correct yourself. There's no autocorrect.
Yeah, that is. I see what you're saying.
Rick Naya says, good morning. Shut-ins, have a great Wednesday. See everyone tomorrow on the Rick Naya show. Oh, he's sponsoring himself on in the comments. Thursday.
No, of course he is, but I put it on the scroll on the bottom too. I want him to do that.
Special guest is
That's
Heather
cool.
Marie Brown, my cohort in New Hampshire and special friend to me. I love you and appreciate your awesome support, guys. See everyone soon.
That's cool.
Hey, give me that back.
One of our super fans is Rick's, because Heather's really a super fan. We got to consider her a super fan too. I mean, Scott's he was the first super fan ever, but Heather Marie's also a super fan.
On your show, you used
Heather Marie was also listed in the top 800 women in cannabis to look out for. She was on a list of a whole bunch of
Heather
cannabis ladies who are doing important things in the industry to look out for.
Congratulations.
And I would imagine that's what she's going to talk with Rick about, some of that stuff.
On your show, you used to have zombies when people shared the stream.
Do you guys you want the zombies back? I can bring the zombie back.
I'm happy with whatever you decide. I like your show regardless of prizes.
Oh, no, we're doing a giveaway today. All right, let's get to the giveaway, and then we're going to have Nick the Intern on, and then we're going to have Cheryl Benedetti with Rehabulous with Nurse Cheryl. Her special guest is going to be John Nadolny. And then we're going to have Green Nurse on the Grow with Jodi, Chapin, and Nate Andrade.
Got a lot of stuff to do.
Got it.
Oh, Lord.
Also, I'm excited because tomorrow we're going to have Mark Shepard on from Nikan.
Rodney said, "Can I be on a recognized show? I promise I'll come back and cook for you guys a couple times a week." All right, now don't be making promises you can't keep because we write up contracts here, bro. So, yeah, you definitely can be on a recognized show, and we'll get those contracts sent to your email. Put your email in the comments, and we'll make sure we get that contract sent to you. You said a couple times a week, so that's 2, right? So I'm thinking Monday because Mondays are the worst, and then I'm thinking Friday because it's the end of the week. So we can schedule Monday and Friday. That'll be dope. You know, I don't know if you prefer you cooking breakfast. I like omelets. I like them big, maybe 6 to 7 eggs. A lot of vegetables. Any vegetables you got, preferably vegetables from Healthy Futures Farms if you can get those. Orange juice or apple, but I prefer either. Just I don't know, Rodney. Mondays and Wednesdays not sounding too good. Ooh. Mondays and Wednesdays, I don't know. I like the Friday better.
I appreciate that Rodney's a hustler, in a good way.
Oh yeah,
he's hustling.
Oh yeah,
he's making. Did you listen to him on on Chris's show this morning?
I did. And Mondays and Fridays, let me know because we got contracts. You want to hustle? You better earn it. You better earn it.
Let's. I want to get into the contest so that we can.
What up, J Lord? I'll call you J Lord.
Jason was the first time viewer when he won the contest a few days ago, which was awesome.
I was. Oh, you was the beer. Oh, Robert, you was the beer guy. So who's that in your profile picture? Is that you young with no beard?
So somebody had offered to give us or to make available clones for us to give away on the show. I feel like that's a tough thing to do. You can't mail them.
Jessica said, "Thank you guys for making Sawyer's week last night. He is still smiling ear to ear." Tell Sawyer I said, much love to you, young man. We'll be playing again. Now I'm gonna catch more than you. My eyes was a little blind last night. It was dark.
Oh, Kushroom's like.
I got a lot of excuses right now.
That's cool. Put him right there. Shout out to Scott, superfan. Shout out to Nick the Intern. We'll have him on in a couple minutes. Let's get going with the contest. What are you thinking about? What you think the? By the way, we can repeat stuff. We can just like make the answer a little different. You know what I'm saying? It could be like the same category. It could be like Mike's favorite sea creature.
Interesting.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we rush back into that that category. I'm just saying, like, eventually, we can only have so many good ideas for really good ideas. That one was like the best one yet. That one was actually maybe the best idea yet. Was like sea creatures.
Well, look
Favorite sea
at what
creatures.
y'all think Mike's favorite sea creature is.
Well, hold on just before the deluge starts. And yeah.
Sky said, "How about cannabis strain?" It's not that many, but we can probably do that. This dude. Good morning, Sarah V. Hey, Trish.
All right, I'm
Trish is
wow.
hollering
Okay.
at your tie highs.
What's up, Trish?
Say your favorite edibles.
Wow, there's some. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with Mike's favorite sea creature. Today's prize is
What
gonna
ain't your favorite?
well, it's the sea creature that I'm thinking of. Maybe it's my new favorite. Either way, I know which one it is, and I'm gonna tell Scott first.
Hold on, we got somebody in the comments. Oh, shout out to Harry. He said you guys suck.
Nice. Where's Harry
Much
from?
love
Where's
to
Harry from?
Harry. He said, "Oh, a sea creature, you assholes." Shout out to Harry. We got a
Is
troll.
there really? Somebody said it?
We got a troll.
Oh, that's awesome. Let him. He's got no picture.
Who wants to light up Harry for us?
No, that's cool.
Before I do.
I don't mind a hater in the comments.
Yeah, until you seen what happened last time, you let somebody appear in the comments.
So my guess is if somebody goes to his profile, they're gonna figure out that it was made like.
Look
in
at
the
that
last day or
ugly
two.
fucking tie. That's what he said. Oh shit!
I bet.
That was the wrong thing to say. That was the wrong. Out of everything you said, you
No,
could
and by
not
the way,
have said the tie.
Scott and the other moderators don't
You
block them.
Talk about the tie,
let him
yo.
go. Let him go.
Nah,
That's all right.
hey,
Let
the
him go.
girls, the girls in the comments finna get on you, Harry. You tripping?
That's all
That's
right.
one thing you don't talk about is the ties, because there's a lot of girls in the comments that like that tie trick. So you go ahead, Harry. Think it's a game. Watch, you gonna have so many DMs.
So today we're gonna do. We're doing CBD bomb. I think that's
Look at that
what
hair
we figured out
trick
is
you
we're doing
got.
CBD bomb.
How you make it disappear?
No. Nobody. Let him. You know what?
Hey, that's funny. He got some jokes. That was funny. He said, "Look at the hair trick you got. How you make it disappear." That was funny. That was a good one, Harry. You are hilarious. You are absolutely hilarious. What?
Do you hear
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Why do you think you hear that? Put the pieces together.
Who's that?
I think it's the Joker. He's on line 1.
What? What are you talking about?
Here, put your mic down for a second. Yeah, no, our show does suck, but we are happy that everyone comes and continues to watch every day, despite that.
Ooh, look at the girls getting on
we
the
love all
wrong
you
ass
guys.
thing to
There's-
say. No.
There's a lot. No, there's a lot of There's.
Ooh,
I'm sure
Harry,
there's a lot of
don't
people
fuck with
that don't
our
like the show.
favorite fellas.
It's all good. It's all good.
Negative attention is still attention, guys.
No, well, I think sometimes.
You will have the shut-in posses on your ass.
We're so I know Nick the intern is listening. Nick, I apologize. We're gonna come back to you in a short little bit because
Oh, good morning.
because Nurse Cheryl
April.
Nurse Cheryl is
How are you today, April?
they're on a tight schedule, so we gotta.
It doesn't suck.
And we're just waiting we're just waiting a couple minutes for Cheryl to come on. We got a couple minutes anyway, but we're waiting a couple minutes for Cheryl to come on. I see her now. And
I guess, but whatever, not to mess with football or ties. Take the mic out. Whoa.
all right,
Oh, hello. Can you hear
hello.
me?
Yeah, we can. So both of you are gonna like have to turn. Oh, I turned my video off, but you'll have to turn your devices
Good
sideways to
morning,
get your
Kathy.
picture to go straight up and down. It's really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Oop. You almost there. You go. That's perfect. And John, if you
Did
could,
John get it?
John, if you could try to do the same thing. Yeah, that'll
How's
be
that?
that'll be great. That'll be great. And then I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can swap this around for just a second. All right, well, just give me a second, guys. I'm going to make sure that your titles are on the correct side of the screen. And so in just a couple minutes, we'll go over to Nurse Cheryl, Rehabulous with Nurse Cheryl, Cheryl Benedetti, and John and Nadolny. They're going to give us some important update stuff. And I just got to go find their titles and stuff.
Ooh,
The Zoom
send me
thing-
the
the
answer
Zoom-
when
the
you
Zoom-
have a chance to.
What's that?
So Scotty says, send him the answer when you got a chance
Oh,
to.
yeah, I got to hurry up and do that. I was like in the middle of doing that, and it's kind of the nature of my show, apparently. And your show is that. Oh, actually, Eric, can you send it to him? I'm going to point to it. It's this one right here.
Scotty, nobody's getting this.
No, they are. Eventually they are, because I'm going to be giving hints throughout the show. So
I don't know
All right,
how you
let-
can give a hint to that without giving.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out. But I think it'll be interesting, because it gives more people a chance to win, right? Sort of. I don't know. All right. Let's move some titles around. Zoom is always an adventure for me. Yeah, well, John, it's sometimes people show up on one side, sometimes people show up on the other side, and I'm trying to make it look good, and then Zoom's like, yeah, I don't care if you want it to look
Scott said, "What the fuck?"
There you go, everyone. That right there is going to tell you how.
Just know, look it. If I text Scott the answer and he said, "What the fuck?" just know whatever answer y'all got ain't right.
That's possible. That's very possible.
Just know whatever answer you think you got ain't right. Cause what the fuck?
All right.
Look at
let's see.
Scott said, "I'm in a fish business and I don't even know what that is."
Well, there you go, Scott. I'm glad I got to teach you something new, Scott.
There you have it, guys. There you have it. Scott owns a fish
Oh,
store.
I am so almost ready for you guys.
And
It's
Scott doesn't
crazy.
even know the fish that he's talking about.
Hello?
See,
Yeah, Cheryl, hold on just one second.
see, at least the fish that I picked was like legit, like a beast. You know, I can relate to that fish. You know, being, you know,
All right.
a puncher of the sea.
So we're about to go over to. We're about to go over every Wednesday we have a reoccurring segment with Cheryl Benedetti. It's called Rehabulous with Nurse Cheryl. We're so honored to have her come on once a week, and I just gotta fix her video. Stupid Zoom.
Look, I'm telling you, whatever y'all. Oh, Averill, the question is Mike's favorite sea creature, and I say sea creature because it's not even a fish, so a sea creature, literally a sea creature. So just basically think of something that you never thought of, or look up something that you would never think to look up that probably has a funny name, and then just type it in. But don't pick something that you think is the name because it's wrong.
So now we're gonna go, Eric. Now we're gonna go over to.
How did we get on this conversation?
Oh yeah, well, Eric's actually interacting with the folks in the comments.
I have to entertain while Mike is busy doing stuff.
I thought I was interviewing on Sea Creatures, so I'm like relieved now.
No, we're getting you on. I just wanted to make sure that you guys looked as good as you possibly could, and you do. You guys look amazing.
Excuse me for a second. Hold on.
We're just waiting. We're just doing the quick Oscar 15-second timeout.
Give me a second.
Loch Ness. Ooh, that was a good one, Averill. That was an absolute good one. You know, I would have probably picked that too, Averill. I'm not even gonna lie, but let me tell you, it's not even close.
So it's my favorite. So everyone, we're just giving Cheryl just 1 second. She's fetching Oscar.
That was a good answer, Ryan.
If anyone's joining right now, the reason why there's weird comments going on, you're all going for the contest right now, and you have to pick my.
There's Joe. Hey, so Joe, everybody, Joe
Hello.
Kilpatrick.
I got you, Cheryl. Hold on just a sec.
Joe Kilpatrick is the guy who sent this CBD, the CBD me and Mike took that has like a cinnamon taste to it. It's called the Continuum.
It's kind of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is why you probably like it so much.
The Continuum. And so shout out to Joe Kilpatrick in the comments.
So every Wednesday...
I'll take some now, just for him, just for my dog.
So every Wednesday we have a recurring segment called Rehabulous with Nurse Cheryl. It's with Cheryl Benedetti. She brings important medical topics to the table, and there's lots of various stuff. So she's here today with John Nadolny, and they've been so patient waiting for us. And thankfully, Cheryl has brought her amazing dog, Oscar. So we're going to go over to Cheryl now. Cheryl,
yes.
Cheryl, we're so happy that you're here. Why don't you take it away?
Hi. Hello, everyone. Hey, John. Long time no see.
Yeah.
So I'm wrestling with your dog, and who does not like when I'm on air without him. So
what was he barking about?
I guess construction trucks outside his window. So I just wanted to introduce you to everyone so everyone knows who you are. Obviously, we are family. But John also is our longtime medical director, one of our medical directors of our emergency room in emergency medicine services at Melrose Wakefield Hospital, Tufts Wellforce, and Lawrence Memorial Hospital. So, and he has held this job for over 30 years. He is very established and well respected in our community. And he is also our fearless leader of our COVID team. So
sometimes
he likes to pull pranks on the nurses and doctors, but most of the time he's our fearless leader. And that's why I wanted to have you on today, John. And I'm really excited to have you on because you're one of the physicians that I've worked with in life that I respect the most, and I respect your opinions. And I know you are a doctor who, you're like the Ron Swanson for everyone who watches Parks and Rec. John is like if you watch Parks and Rec.
Ron's my hero.
Yeah, John is like our Ron Swanson. He constantly tells everyone how much he hates public relations, politics in any form, organized business being in medicine. So he's the voice we all tend to listen to when stuff like what's going on now is happening. You know, we gravitate to John. Oop, I lost John. Hello?
You got me?
Yeah, are you there?
I'm here.
Can everyone hear us or see us? Maybe not. I don't know. So Okay, because I kept losing John on my screen. I just wanted to make sure. So
Many
John,
people lose me frequently.
Yeah, frequently lose you, most of all me. So welcome, and thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
What I wanted to ask you first is, A few months ago, when we all heard about the COVID crisis, it was downplayed greatly to most of us in the medical community, as you know. And then back in early March, I'll never forget that day when we started getting all these emails and memos telling us just how serious it was, and we had to prepare ourselves for what was coming. What did that feel like to you reading that? Because I know you're a doctor who very rarely ever panics, and you never overreact, ever. So can you tell me what it felt like getting the information that you were getting back in March?
Cheryl, I myself was guilty of downplaying it.
Me too.
When it first started, I was thinking, well, is this really anything more than a cold, or or what's really going on here? I mean, could we really be that profoundly affected by this virus as the media is portraying? And then we started very, very quickly seeing the sequelae of what is going on in the various communities, because people started paying attention to what was going on. People started listening to what they were told to do. For example, sheltering in place, staying away from other people, social distancing. But it didn't really matter because it may have been too late at that point. I mean, who knows how long this virus was floating around in this country before the actual outbreak, before we started seeing symptoms of the outbreak. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
This probably in Seattle, I'm guessing, on the West Coast, the virus was floating around from December, or maybe even before that.
Yeah, that's what it says in my nursing journal.
And we only started seeing the actual results of what was going on, 2 months later. And by then it was too late. Because, the emergency department, statewide, although the numbers are significantly down, as they should be, because people are staying away from, the hospitals with minor stuff. But the acuity level is through the roof.
So do you want to explain that to people? Because I have a lot. I'm so glad you brought that up, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I live to interrupt you. But for those who don't know, for those of people out there who know us in real life, that John and I disagree on a lot. And we love to argue with each other. But there is one thing that we always agree on, and that is our work and taking care of our community and treating disease and medical stuff. So we always have that common core, no matter what else we're disagreeing on. And so you mentioned acuity. That is a big thing I wanted you to talk about today, because I keep hearing from people. In fact, it's been nothing but hate mail for 2 weeks. Why are you locking us inside? You people are fascists. You're part of a scheme, a plot, a hoax. Like, I've heard it all. But the biggest thing I keep hearing about is people wanting to look at these medical numbers without medical training and without understanding what these numbers mean. So they're seeing that the incidence of new cases coming into the hospital are lower. So they're mistakenly thinking, okay, it's time, open all the doors, open all the gates, let everything go back to normal. But in the meantime, in the hospitals, we're getting these patients in who are super, super sick and requiring teams of like 8 to 10 people working on them, getting them back. So can you tell me, and that's what we mean when we're talking about high acuity in the middle of a surge of a pandemic, which the Boston area is in, also Brockton area. Can you tell us how sick the patients are when they're coming in and what we're seeing in them?
So this virus, listen, people, this virus is no joke.
No, it's
not.
This
is no joke. And the reason for that is because if you can imagine being exposed to a bug that we've never seen before, this is it, people. We have no immunity to this virus. And this virus affects multiple body systems, multiple organs, the deadliest, of course, which is the lungs.
Right.
And when people who have been told to stay home are in fact listening. So when they come, and when they actually come into the hospital, the emergency department, they're pretty sick. They're, they're not able to breathe. Their oxygen levels are very, very low.
Yeah.
And we try, initially it was felt, well, should we be intubating these people early? And it's, I'm not sure that's the way to go now.
Right.
But,
we go back and forth with that. Yeah.
Yeah. But in any case, so people coming into the hospital are sick as hell.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing. When people come in, they need us.
Yeah.
And they're knocking
lots
on
of
death's.
us.
They're knocking
Yeah.
on death's door at that point. Many of them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So that's where we're at right now.
Yeah. And can you explain to people too, a lot of people out there, since I'm mostly on the public side, you get to sit in your little doctor bubble, charting all day and barking orders at your PAs and nurses. Would you like to explain to people, because people keep saying to me, well, it only affects the elderly and people in nursing homes and the really frail. So it's okay, totally okay for healthy people to go outside. Healthy people aren't getting this. Younger people aren't getting this. And I'm like, no, no, we are seeing a percentage of healthy people or younger people with this, and they're presenting with different things, right? Like we're seeing a lot of blood clotting and strokes in them, or maybe even heart attacks at an unprecedented age. Stuff like that.
Not only a percentage of young, healthy people, but a fairly large percentage
right.
of young people who come in and are very sick.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to have to say that of the COVID people that I've been seeing over the last several shifts, most of them are less than 60.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really want people to understand this, because there's this false sense of safety. Oh, I don't have cancer. I don't
absolutely
I'm not elderly. And we're just seeing it. A lot of people think that because of the initial information we were getting on this disease, but it's a novel virus, which means it's never been seen before. So as the disease kind of mutated and progressed and shifted, we started seeing it once it hit the East Coast, affecting a younger population. So this could affect anybody. And that's like, I wanted a doctor to get this information out, because it's the biggest thing we see. People come to the door and say, but they're young, but they're healthy. They can't possibly have this. Yeah, no.
There's such a spectrum of symptoms.
Yeah.
The symptoms range from none. My goodness, my 93-year-old mother tested COVID positive 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she has been entirely asymptomatic the whole time. Thank goodness. And a 30-year-old could come in with COVID pneumonia and die with no prior health issues.
But with your mother, her neighbors did pass away.
Two of them.
Her facility, which was terrifying to you and I being in this family, and everyone else. But so we made sure she was sequestered to keep everyone else safe. That, you know what I mean? And she's been in quarantine, which has not been fun for her or for us.
Sorry for touching my face. Don't mean
that's
to do
okay. That. Yeah, stop touching your face, Dr. Nadolny. But yeah, that's been a challenge for sure. But that's the creepy thing about this to me, is here we have a 93-year-old in the family with severe pre-existing health conditions with Alzheimer's and COPD and vascular-based dementia and hip fracture, hypertension, and she has no symptoms. Yet we're intubating a 42-year-old marathon runner. I'm just giving a blanket example, not saying specific patients, but
that's not very far off, Cheryl.
It's not very far off.
We saw a 40-year-old marathon runner who was admitted 2 days ago with a heart rate in the 30s and not doing well.
No, and his family's been very open and speaking about it publicly because they want to get that. They want people to understand the reality of this. So that's the big thing I wanted to get out there. But also I want...
And by the way, you mentioned the nurses, Cheryl. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You mentioned the nurses, and I just can't give them enough props because they are responsible for most of the patient care that happens in the emergency department, on the hospital wards. They are the true frontline workers, and God bless them all.
Thank you. And the nurses, adore John, and I just want people to understand that the reason why we all love John as an administrator is because over the years, like I said, John's always been the voice of reason, calm, and common sense.
Stop it, you're embarrassing me.
But he really, truly is. But the thing is with John, too, is he's been incredibly supportive. He's not that hospital administrator. In fact, I remember when I was showing you memos from another facility where this other facility was threatening their nurses, saying, if you talk about needing PPE, protective gear publicly, or anything like that, or if you talk about this crisis and your emotions on it publicly, we're going to be policing your social media, you're going to be fired. And I loved your reaction to that, because it's okay for you to swear on here, on this platform, but you were like, what the? You were like, that's not what we're going to be doing. And you sent me on this quest. In fact, that's why you kind of brought me back in the fold. You sent me on this quest to do my thing, to get the protective gear. And you were like,
you did a hell of a job, let me tell you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I know I kind of took over your office for a little bit with intubation boxes and lots of supplies. And I really pissed off you and Dr. Walker and kind of crowded you out there for a little bit. But you too, as our hospital administrators, no matter what we needed for protective gear, if the nurses were bringing you wish lists, you were like, oh yeah, we're going to get that for you guys. And you would come to me and be like, do your magic, go get this thing. So it was amazing for me as a nurse to encounter that. But you and I both...
The intubation boxes were your biggest coup.
Yes, that was it. I was pretty excited by those. And I was also very excited to see you be able to use that on the first patient. That was really cool. And to be a part of that and be a part of the in-service education.
I've used it a couple of times, actually.
Yeah. So you have been an amazing administrator in getting us protective gear. And that kind of is true right now of most Tufts WellForce, institutions. We know, you and I know, that there are many places out there that don't have that. There are still hospitals out there struggling for protective gear. So I don't want to give this false impression that just because we're all set with protective gear that everyone else is. In fact, you and I got the email that day about the nurses who were wearing trash bags. And this was 2 weeks ago. And we went on that quest with our surgical team in finding them gowns and getting these nurses their gowns. So there are still facilities out there, particularly nursing homes, that are fighting to get protective gear and still need it. This pandemic is not over by a long shot. So we're in the second inning of a 9-inning game, So
and by the way, these states that are starting to open early, that's ludicrous.
I know. Can you explain why? So that's the biggest thing. Also, I wanted to ask you, I have so many people messaging me, asking me, or patients phoning me, messaging me, saying, gee, why, when is this just going to end? At some point, we just need to reopen the economy so things just go back to normal. You guys are in on this plot to overthrow the economy. Gee, I wish I knew enough about the economy, or any doctor I work with knew enough about the economy to actually do something like that. But because our economy was already in pretty much of a mess. what are the risks right now of just acting like everything's normal and, you know, throwing open the doors to everything and letting everybody commingle? What type of things will we see then?
So let me address those in sequence. I personally don't think we will ever be back to the pre-COVID state.
Yeah.
I think there'll be some version of that.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a new normal, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But the risks of simply ignoring social distancing now and getting the economy rebooted now is going to result in a second wave. The deaths will double within 2 weeks of that happening. So
right.
So we really need to think about this and figure out what the best way to proceed is, and to proceed in stages, really.
Right.
But I'm truly sorry to say this, but I don't think until a vaccine comes out and a vaccine with proven efficacy, there's not going to be we're not going to get back to the pre-COVID state until that happens.
Or and even then we might just be changed as a society. Like we've never seen something like that in our lifetime, but we know from our medical studies that this has happened in past societies, past cultures, past, way back in the dark ages, and, also during the Spanish flu. And it changed everything. Those outbreaks changed the world. We've
definitely been through things.
Yeah.
But nothing like this.
This is a virus that we have never seen.
We've never seen it. We have no immunity.
We have no immunity because it behaves unlike anything we've ever seen. This is a lab-made virus. And that's why I want people to, this is what scares us so bad. And people keep saying, oh, you're afraid because of what the media is saying. We are not in the medical field. We don't get to watch the news. We have no time for this stuff. We're afraid because of what we're seeing with our own eyes. Like when we look at it under a microscope, this virus was a man-made virus for all intents and purposes. And it behaves in such a manner that it has a little protective armor for itself. And it mutates quicker than anything I've ever seen in my infectious disease.
I never ever thought that Stephen King's The Stand would be predictive of something that could actually happen. But this bug is a badass. This coronavirus was specific for bats only.
Right.
Could not attack human cells until some idiot decided to alter the protein code and make it able to attack human cells. And then that same idiot let it get out of the lab.
I think we can all agree.
What kind of a moron are we dealing with here?
Well, just so you guys know, John has profound infectious disease background, as do I. Mostly me, because I have wound care experience and I've worked on an infectious disease floor. So we are privileged to work with Dr. Butler, who is he's the founding father of infectious disease. He literally wrote the book on it.
And Dick Olens,
who both educate at the CDC, in our area. So they're pretty hardcore, knowledgeable physicians. And that's what they were saying. Somebody took this virus to outside of a level 4 lab when it should have been in a level 4 lab, no matter what they were doing. The thinking is they were trying to advance cancer research. And that is a big competitive thing for people who may not understand that in the non-medical world. Cancer research, cancer drugs are multi-billion-dollar industries. So what you see behind the scenes with these scientists they get in these mad, frantic dash to patent a treatment or research a treatment. And then you see them kind of losing that carefulness and security. And you see stuff like this. They take it to the wrong lab and whoops.
I understand that cancer research is important.
But being careful.
But you have people who think, well, gee, what could possibly happen if we introduce this new human-specific virus into the population that the human population has never seen before, what a great idea.
No, because this in the end is going to end up killing, when all is said and done, it's going to end up killing a large amount of people. And this is, if you look at it in that way, it could be considered the biggest act of terrorism this world has ever seen.
Absolutely.
Whether intentional or unintentional. But I wanted to ask you too, the big thing, just to change gears a little bit. We see a lot of people.
I'm not finished abusing Wuhan yet.
No, yes, it's not Wuhan's fault, by the way, because we know it was a Cambridge scientist that, was linked to this. But anyway.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. Do you have corona, Dr. Nadolny? You're just looking to get off of your, I'm not changing your shift. I'm not moving your schedule around. So when I'm trying to think of how to word this. When we see these lovely protesters who are quite entertaining and really doing a dangerous thing, being out there with no protective gear, standing close together, heckling medical workers, holding up signs, calling us traitors, liars, things like that. One of the number one things I keep hearing from this group, this lovely group, is, well, you guys are being paid money, large amounts of money, to falsify death certificates and mark all deaths as COVID deaths. It is the number one thing that I've been accused of. That in hospitals are getting paid money for each COVID positive patient, and that we're profiting off this. And that's the reason we're keeping this hoax going. Would you like to just clear that up? Because I'm so tired of being accused of that and asked that ridiculous question. It is impossible for us to make stuff up on a death certificate. That requires like an insane level of forgery and fraud on multiple levels with multiple staff members. There's just no way we could do that. So can you explain to people how that is impossible?
Of course, that's very simple. Falsifying medical records is illegal and it would never happen. Period.
Right.
These people are idiots who think that could actually happen.
Well, they're not idiots. They just don't know. And see, this is why I love you. They just don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like being in a hospital. Like, we can't just make up a cause of death. And you and I both know that because we've gone through quality control meetings and stuff together.
I just want to reiterate, Cheryl, this bug is very, very real and it has altered our lives. And it's just not going to, we're just not going to get our lives back to the way it used to be.
Right. But it'll
probably be something approaching that once a vaccine with proven efficacy becomes available. But until then, it is what it is. And these people have no idea, when they make ridiculous statements like that.
Well, the reason they're making statements like this is because the videos I was showing you yesterday at work, there have been some YouTube videos floating around, one of which has been very harmful. There are these two guys who are saying that they're ER doctors, but in fact, they're not. They're naturopaths, which is different than a medical doctor. They do not have the same training. And it was later determined, and the Board of Nursing actually sent out a warning message about these two in this particular YouTube video. And there also was one with a nurse practitioner who was claiming that hospitals were neglecting and killing off COVID patients. There have been so many crazy. These videos have caused a great amount of harm because people see the word doctor after their title and think that everything they're saying is true. And they were saying that the lockdown in California was unnecessary and that it's time to lift all the lockdowns. In their professional opinion, it's not needed, and in their infectious disease opinion. And then we came to later find out these guys have no training in what they were talking about. They have not touched a COVID patient, nor have they been trained in a COVID center. And they are private businessmen who own a chain of urgent care facilities that are not certified to provide COVID testing, and they're being financially damaged. So they had a financial imperative, a financial motive to make this YouTube video that has millions of views, saying that this is all a farce and medical doctors are perpetuating it for their own, for their own jollies. It really made me angry as a nurse to see that.
For what purpose would we possibly be perpetuating this?
Right, because I don't think people understand what it's like for us on the inside of a COVID treatment center. There is no way in heck we want this going on one more second than it has to. And in fact, it pains us greatly to tell local politicians, no, I want everything to open too, but it is just not safe. Like, can you tell me emotionally, can you share, well, not with me, because I know we all share with each other at work, but can you share with the viewers like what this has been like emotionally for you? You are such a calm, level-headed person, and this has affected you, it's affected me, it's affected all the staff. Can you share like the anxiety or the sadness this has caused? Or
I have an incredible dread prior to every single shift these days going in. I have to go in at 3:00 today, and I dread going in. Why? Because I consider every patient I see now a COVID positive patient.
Yeah.
It's very scary. I do not want to get this disease.
No. And we worry about our coworkers getting it. And it's the scariest thing for me is, right, because our faces are all covered when you're in the ER. All you can see.
Not only that, but the skin is falling off my hands.
Yeah.
From alcoholing them 50 times a shift, washing them 50 times a shift. It's just the precautions we're taking these days are destroying my skin.
Yes.
Destroying my face too.
It's so claustrophobic, right? Like you just, when you're
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
It's 150 degrees. People, like staff members, are asking you questions, and you're like, "What do you want from me? I'm in the middle of it." Like, because to do anything requires taking that suit off, taking a half an hour to get changed.
Yeah, take the suit off, put it back on.
Right.
Take it off, put it on.
Right.
Put the mask on, take it off.
It's a god awful process. But it's also like you were saying to me that you had been having bad dreams about being exposed to this or losing loved ones.
I had a recurrent dream the other night. You know about that one.
Yeah.
I kept dreaming that I was in some kind of hospital environment.
Yeah.
And COVID was being sprayed on my face shield.
Yeah. He came to work the next day and told everyone that. And what was interesting is everyone else we all are having that. It's almost like a little bit of PTSD. You get traumatized by being exposed to this so much. Does it make you afraid to pass this on to other people? Because I know that's a big fear for most medical workers right now.
Yeah, well, that's the purpose of wearing a mask. It's not to protect you; it's to protect those around you. Right. So, yeah, of course, you're always concerned about that because the Hippocratic Oath says first, do no harm.
Right.
And not to change the subject, but you mentioned the YouTube thing a while back. I'm a big fan of the Z Dog videos.
Oh, I know you guys love each other. Yes. He's an ER doc.
Yeah. He's an ER doc, but he's got good stuff. And if you've never seen the Z Dog videos, watch them because he's very forthcoming and very intelligent and has good things to say.
Yeah. Well, and so are you. Our public loves you. For many people who may not know, John is one of the OG medical cannabis doctors in our area. He basically helped find that and blazed a trail for it in our state. And but most
the Massachusetts
people,
Board of Registration in Medicine would not like you right now for saying that.
They would not. Because as many of you know, John sacrificed a great deal in his career, but he got it back. He's back on top. He is our fearless leader, our captain now in the hospital. But a lot of people in the cannabis world didn't know maybe that you worked in critical care and that you have a huge responsibility at your normal 9-to-5 job. And the reason why I think so many patients, and I hear from a lot of patients, who see you and seek you out. Like, people will actually call the triage line and say, is Dr. Nadolny working today? I will wait to see him. Like, and that is not unusual at all. And it's because of your lack of judgment, and with particular
lack of judgment,
meaning that, like, you are a non-judgmental person. In particular on people's cannabis use, meaning that you do not harshly judge them, stigmatize them, or anything like that. And I think people in the community have greatly appreciated your approach with that. And it's definitely in our community and in our hospital alone, you've seen this huge change in stigma towards cannabis-based medicine. And that is largely because of you. And all the education that you've brought. So John is still very much behind the scenes. He is a hardcore advocate and one of the originals, and I've learned a lot from that. So before I go, I wanted to ask you, because you were obviously having the most stressful job in the world, and you have to put up with all these amazing nurses who love to be a pain in your ass all day long. So what sorts of things on Netflix? I know you're a huge Netflix fan, and that helps you relax and kind of escape a little bit. What Netflix series have you been escaping with during this time?
Interesting question. So in lieu of news and network TV, I've only been watching, trying to catch up on various series such as The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Better Call Saul, Homeland. It's all I've been watching is and different movies as well. So
you've been watching lighthearted stuff.
The
Walking Dead.
Absolutely.
So, and there's actually, I was watching The Walking Dead the other day too. There's a lot of similarities between what, the underlying theme in that show and what's going on now.
There certainly is. Yep.
Yeah, there really is. What character do you relate to most in The Walking Dead?
Come on, really? Rick Grimes, of course.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, well, because he's the leader of the group, so I can definitely see that. I myself am a Carol fan, a longtime Carol fan.
Because there's nothing more that I want to do every now and then than kick people's asses, and Rick is famous for that. So.
Well, yeah. Yes, he is. Well, John, it's been really good catching up with you. And is there one last word you'd like to share with the public before we go?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming on and letting me annoy you. And I will certainly be annoying you later at work. And
thank you for having me on.
Oh, and Oscar would like to say goodbye to you. Oscar. Oh, see him?
Hey, Oscar, what are you doing, bud?
Yay, Oscar.
He has to join me. But thanks, John. I loved hearing from you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sure. And anytime, Cheryl. And Mike, Eric, thanks for having me on.
Definitely.
Yeah, John, thanks for coming on. And Cheryl, you've had a lot of questions in the comments. Probably too many for us to kind of go over, but at some point, either we need you back on or we need to kind of go over some of those comments. And I think there were some good questions. So
I'd be happy to.
Yeah, we really appreciate you coming on. And Cheryl, amazing job as always. We love the important conversations that you bring to us every week.
Thanks.
Well, that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
We always dig.
People still guessing, huh?
Oh, they should be. So, just in case
Dolphin.
anyone's forgetting it's Sea Creature. It's the one I'm picking today. I'm assuming nobody's guessed it yet. Otherwise, Scott probably would have told me. So maybe it's time for a hint. Don't you think?
Oh yeah.
It's time for a hint. Let's see. Hint. It's 2 words. That's your first hint. The name of the Sea creature is 2 words.
Wow.
Is that not a good enough hint? Is that a bad
I
hint?
guess. I mean,
Well, a lot of people are
talking
saying
about the
one.
ocean.
A lot of people are saying one things.
You saying the ocean, and you say you take the 2. Scott, you hear this? Scott, I know you hear this hint. He says it's a 2-letter word.
No. It's
That's
2 words. 2 words.
It's 2 words. Scott.
Scott's like, I hate Mike.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Autocrat. Coffee milk. So good. You've tried some before. You actually thought it was good. You tried Pedro and you tried the one from the store. Pedro's is actually pretty good. It's just really expensive in the store. It's crazy. It's like more than a gallon of milk for a cup. Yeah, unreasonable. All right, so it's two words. The sea creature's 2 words. All right, so here's another hint. Okay, I'll give you another hint. The first word of the 2 words, the first word is longer than the second word.
You hear this, Scott? Scott, you hear this? Please laugh with me.
I love sea creatures. I love this game. I almost want to like just play this every day, but somebody new picks their favorite sea creature, because everyone loves listing all the sea creatures, and I like reading them. It's one of the few things that like I enjoy. I think another one might be like favorite movies or favorite like that kind of thing. But I like the sea creatures.
He said the second hint is the first word.
So many people are gonna guess close now. Scott says
Nobody's gonna guess that, Scott. I guarantee you, nobody would guess that. Nobody, absolutely nobody.
Well, the next hint that I'm gonna give in a little bit is gonna be a much better hint.
Yeah, hopefully they better than the 2 first hints.
When I give a good hint, then it's like who can race to answer.
It's 2 words, and the first word is longer than the second. I quit.
Scott's like, might as well say it.
I give it up.
That's letters in it.
I give up. That was
the next hint is that it's got both consonants and vowels in it. Get to it. So remember, the first word is longer than the second word. The answer is 2 words. Because people are guessing, so I wanted the people who are trying hard. They deserve to.
Just remember.
See, Rianne, that's a good guess, Rianne.
Just remember, Scott said that
it's not right, but it's a good guess.
Look, let me tell y'all what Scott said when I read him what it was. Let me explain. So I sent him the answer, and he goes, "What the fuck?" All caps. And I go, "What exactly?" And then he goes, I'm in the fish business and don't know what that is." So y'all just understand.
It's educational. This show is also very educational,
that
not
even
just around important issues.
Even Scotty, who owns a fish store, Nano Tank, shout out to them, ain't got this fish in their store.
So up next we have Green Nurse on the Grow with Jodi, Chapin,
Jodi,
and Nathan Andrade. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Hey Jodi.
I like saying their names.
What you doing? Jodi was working out with me. She was killing it too. I was like, damn. I'm over there dying on camera. She just asking questions. I can't even breathe. Shout out to Ronnie, who's our online trainer. If you guys haven't, you should sign up with her. I'll be there in the Zoom room getting sweaty. I worked out yesterday, Trish, and I'm working out tonight at 5 p.m., I think. I don't know. Jodi knows. I try to forget.
Oh, yeah, so Rebecca Averill, if you're watching, Rebecca is reminding you that she's the one that won the the bomb, the CBD bomb, yesterday.
Yes.
Which is also the prize today that you're all playing for. It's actually good. You tried it
Hey-
yesterday. You don't have it.
Hey
on
Rebecca,
you tried it
I used some of yours yesterday.
with your tongue. With your tongue.
Yeah, I put it all on my lips and everything, and then I waited a while, and then I wanted to see if my lips was gonna dry, so I went outside, and I was talking and doing a bunch of stuff with my mouth that didn't sound right, but that's what I was doing, and then my lips got dry again, so now I put some more on. So if you see a fingerprint, it's just know that it's clean. I washed my hands before I used it.
And you just sort of smeared it all over. You didn't even. You just sort of took the thing and just rubbed it all over.
Yeah,
your face.
I take the whole container and I just do this.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably got a few lip particles in there.
So it's interesting because now over the last week and a half, I've been
Which Greentown fella do I hit up for my shirt? That's what Heather Marie said.
Andrew Muddy.
Yes,
He's definitely got a couple left to get out to you.
Yeah, she know, and I'm getting my butt kicked. I'm supposed to be working out now. Well, Trish, won't you join us in the Zoom room tonight at 5 p.m.? We'll all be working out. You got to sign up through Ronnie, though, if you want Ronnie's thing. I think it's only it should be less than $20 to sign up now because it's towards the end of the month. So it should be $10.
They all always come in the opposite of what I think.
We guessed it and he was wrong.
Right? Yeah.
Bamboo shark doop doo doo doop doo doop. Mommy shark doop doo doo doop doo doop. Daddy shark. Baby shark doop doo 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 doo. Look, now everybody kids is finna come running in the room.
Right?
Time to wake the kids up.
They're like, damn it.
Baby shark doo 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 doo. No, that song is a hit though. I don't know how, but that should be hit catching me too.
Yeah, it is pretty catchy.
Catching myself singing it.
Hey, people who are joining us remotely, if you can turn down the audio on the show that you're watching, that would
nice, Trish.
That would be super.
She's
super amazing.
Oh, you train in the morning, Trish? I didn't know that. Fudge, that's stuck in my head for the day. Sorry, Joe. Ray said, "That's Eric. That's so cruel."
Did you dance though? Did you even dance when you did it? Because last time you danced, people love that. You should dance.
Oh, Kalia's losing her mind right now. I want to play the song.
Hey, you know what? You know what it isn't, people? You know what it's not? It's not the Cars for Kids commercial. So just stick with the Baby Shark because that's a lot better than the Cars for Kids.
Baby Shark is the most addicting.
No, but it's nice. It's pleasant. It's not like the Cars for Kids commercial. And it just that song makes me feel sad. Especially
if I have that song stuck in my head all day, we're gonna have a problem. I'm sorry, Katrina. Somebody in the comments said it though. Somebody said somebody was guessing an animal.
At least once.
Somebody was guessing an animal and they said shark doo 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 doo, and then I had to go with it. Baby shark, mommy shark doo 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 doo, daddy shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, shark. Ooh, shark, ooh, 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 ooh. I like sharks, doo, 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 doo. Y'all like sharks, doo, 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 doo. We all like sharks, ooh. That was funny. Hopefully all y'all kids is up running around now.
Oh yeah,
don't do it.
I bet you somebody's gonna get.
They're gonna go Google it.
I mean, is that what we come down to?
If I think it's the hint that you about to give, then they just gonna go Google it.
How about this? No. How about this? The hint I'm gonna give is that it's a type of eel. It's a type of eel. So now go find all the types of eels. 2 words. First word's longer than eel, I guess. So there you go. Somebody's going to get it now. Up next, we have Green-nurse on the Grow with Jodi, Chapin, and Nate Andrade. We always enjoy when they come on. They come on Wednesdays and Sundays. And what they let us do is they let us follow Jodi's home grow. So she's got some plants in her home that she's growing. And she's a beginner at it. And so she...
Eric lost the mic, dude.
she's... So
Hey, Jodi.
she's in the middle of her grow, and so twice a week Nate comes on and she
Nate,
updates us how she's doing, and Nate gives her some advice. So
Dog.
we're really happy to have them coming back on all the time. So if I might, let's go over now to Jodi, Chapin, and Nate Andrade, Green-nurse on the Grow. Hey guys, how are you today?
How's it going?
Good morning.
Hey, Jodi.
How's everyone feeling?
We're doing all right. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people don't. You know what? People love your segment. So just like they love Cheryl's segment, people love your segment. So we're gonna just let you guys get to it, okay? We're gonna take us.
Awesome.
We're gonna take.
Well,
we're gonna take us
everyone.
off the screen.
Welcome to Green-nurse on the Grow. Nate, welcome back. I know we were cut off on Sunday. And I had sent you quite a few pictures last night of the progress. I was very excited, and I couldn't wait until today to show you. I didn't know if we were going to have any Wi-Fi disconnection, but I wanted to show you how the grow is doing. We were on for a little bit on Sunday, and I was showing that one plant, the hazy bastard one, and it was very yellow. You had suggested that I continue to feed it. I know a lot of people out there were saying to flush it. I took your advice and I put some more food in it, and she's looking less yellow. She's actually starting to green up a bit. So I'm so glad that I listened to you. And I have a lot of growth going on in my veg tent too. I actually had to open it up and start bringing some stuff outside of the tent with some additional lights. Just because I was running out of room. So I like that. But I'm going to turn the camera around and bring you on into the flower tent, because that's where I had needed the most help. Turn this around. Oh, don't leave. Wait a second, turn it around, sorry. All right. So let's head on into the flower tent. So this is that hazy basket that is now starting to green up a little bit. I don't see as much fried edges. I did do a little bit of pruning. She's getting some really nice white hairs really forming. This is the one that I had seen some trichomes on. Some of the smaller leaves. So what do you think of her, Nate?
I think she's looking good. Just keep feeding her. You're gonna have to feed her twice a week, though.
I can do that.
Yep.
Do you see? Are you getting a good picture of what the white here? Like I think this part of the flower is really good. I don't know if everybody can see that, Mike.
Yep.
But yeah, I think she's definitely coming along. This is what are we in week 3 of flower, I think already? Of her. And this one is the matrix clone that I had taken, that I had given her, which is that is just starting with some little white hairs, but she's looking quite green. Now, I had taken off like 45 leaves yesterday, but it seems as though there's a lot of leaves underneath here that I figured I could probably take off, but I wanted to see what your thoughts were first. Right?
Yep. Remove all of those.
Okay, so like I might be removing more than 4 or 5, right?
Yeah, everything underneath where the lights aren't hitting, you can remove.
Okay. Now, what about here on top? So as I kind of go over on top, I know you said before to take off some of the bigger leaves that are kind of acting as a solar panel.
Yes.
Those underneath. Would I clean up the middle here at all? Like, I don't know if any of this stuff under here would need to be cleaned up.
In the middle, I only remove it when it's covering over a bud site. Then I'll, if it gets to a good size, I remove it. The other thing I want to say is, do you rotate your plants? Do you spin them?
I didn't. Yeah. Not only do I spin them, but I also switch them around the tent. So before on Sunday, these 2 plants were actually reversed. Yeah, those 2 were reversed, where the hazy basket was on the left and the matrix was on the right. And I also, this one in front, this is my Tanya OG that has taken off as well. And it's funny, she came into the flower tent a week after the other 2, yet it looks like her little white hairs are more progressed than that other clone. I don't know if it's because she's a different strain.
Yes, absolutely.
But this is the one that I had over pruned. I had gotten a little carried away, and she got a huge haircut and some training. But she's really bouncing back. I mean, she's really holding true to her word, like our real Tanya Sanders. This is a very hardy strain. I don't know exactly what strain it is. It was one of the ones that I had kind of given up and didn't know about. So it is a mystery strain, but since it had come back so strong, I renamed it Tanya OG.
Awesome.
The other plants in there are just my garden stuff, squash and some basil and stuff that I had started in there. But so those are the 3 girls in flower. So I'll continue to feed the one in the back right, hazy bastards. I will trim up matrix, especially down low, and then I'll see whatever families are covering any bud bites towards the middle. Would you say I need to do anything to my Tanya OG?
No, just let her grow.
Okay. Okay, awesome. So I will now move on into the flower tent. Spin us around. You can see the humidifier going. So let's come in. I mean, these are really seem to really be filling out and taking off. All but one have been topped, and I've started to do some low stress training by bending those stems and tying them down with some wire. I don't know. I mean, I'll continue. It seems as though every day I'm having to do a little more tying down or tightening. But at this point, would I be doing any trimming of leaves, or am I just letting them get kind of bushy and?
Yeah, let them get bushy.
Okay. This one, I think this one is the one that I have never topped. Is this still toppable? Like if I cut like at this node or down further or up further?
Yeah, you can cut down a couple of nodes down from that, or just wherever you want to cut it. But you can see the difference in the growth in that plant compared to the ones that you did top.
Right. Oh, totally. Yeah, this one is like,
she'll just be behind a little bit.
Say that again?
She'll just be behind the other ones a little bit, but I would top her though before she starts getting too tall.
Okay, I'll definitely top her today. This is one that I had topped previously, but it just doesn't seem to wanna. I think kind of have to force her down a little bit.
Yeah, they look beautiful though.
Awesome. And then these seem to be two smaller ones. These were the ones that I had transferred into these 5-gallon pots late because I didn't have enough room in this tent. So I had to free up some room. But those are all of the ones in my veg tent. I think were those all the seeds that I planted on March 19th? Yeah, these were all seeds that I had planted back in March. And then what I'll do, because I did have to bring some out, you'll see that most of it's garden stuff. This right here is one that I had chopped in this small 1-gallon pot, but I didn't have enough room to transplant it into a bigger pot. And then hidden behind her are clones that I had taken off of my Tanya OG when I chopped her up. But I remember you saying that it needs to look like the glass of a shower, inside of a shower after taking it. And every day I take off this cup for a couple of minutes and then replace it. Because if I leave it off for too long, then it all wilts. And then these are the seeds that I had planted on the most recent full moon on April 7th. And all of them seem to be doing pretty well. Just one little one is stunted. She hasn't completely died yet, so I haven't taken her out of the mix. She just might be the rug. But I would think that these would probably need to be transplanted on the sooner side. I haven't looked to see if it needs to look like yet. But yeah, so that's where we are. So I think, as far as I have more work to do in my flower tent than I do in my veg tent, I think. As far, just continue with my pH watering. They seem to be doing well. I'll top that one in my veg tent and try to get her catching up with the others that are in there. But what else would you suggest?
I think the one that was yellowing off, you can still remove a little bit more leaves off of that one because it's very leafy. So okay. I would continue to remove some leaves off of that one here and there. But other than that, everything looks really good.
Okay, awesome. Now, when Dan Skelton was on last week, he had suggested adding CO2 in the way of getting those the mushroom bags. What are your thoughts? I did order a couple of them. They just haven't come in yet, so I haven't had the chance to put it in. So what are your thoughts as far as CO2 more than me just breathing on them?
That's all I use is breathing on them. I don't use anything for CO2. You can try it. You never know, Okay. You can try it. It really depends on how much is it really going to make a difference in a small area like that. But you can always try it and see.
Okay. All right. Well, they're on their way to my house, so we'll see. And would I use that in both the veg tent and the flower tent? I didn't understand if it was going in both tents or just one.
I would use it in the flower tent.
Okay.
When they're like starting to really bud up and stuff, that's when I would use it.
Okay. Okay. And that's mostly to increase yield. Is that the idea behind that?
Yeah. The plant loves taking it in.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I'll continue to sing to them and talk to them, and use my natural CO2 to
turn on some music and sing in there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do. I sing, I dance. I love being in my grow room every morning. It's my sanctuary.
Awesome.
So, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we had talked about one of the other times. I think at this point, it's probably just continuing to train them and letting them.
Jodi, one of the questions in the audience is, how much of an increase in energy costs have you noticed?
A lot. Well, especially because I was using high pressure sodium solely before when I was in my for my veg tent, so it was being run 18 hours out of the day. So my electricity definitely has skyrocketed. I'm hoping that now that I have a little more knowledge, that the process won't take as long. I think I left them in veg too long previously, left them in flour too long. I think, once I kind of get the hang of what the scheduling is like, the different strains, I can cut that energy. But the LED lights in my veg tent don't take up as much, but since now I have both sets of lights running, my electricity is pretty high.
Nate, one question for you is, do you ever do topping while the plant is still in a solo cup, or do you generally aren't topping until long after it's out of the solo cup?
I'm topping the second that I get to my third or fourth node. And yes, I do top. Like I have one here that I didn't top it yet, but it will be topped today. That's the size of it. And then sometimes if I leave them in a solo cup a long time, I can even top them the second time before transplanting them.
How is that one that you just said that you're going to top?
This one right here was planted April 5th, 405.
Okay. All right. That's wow.
And then this one here is from February 10th.
Oh, that's my birthday. Wow,
Yeah.
Holy crap. Look at that. Now, is that in veg still? February one?
Yes. Yeah, it will be being transplanted into a bigger pot in this coming week.
Okay, wow, those are really pretty.
Yeah, I got a few of them. There's another one here. She's a little bit behind the other one.
And that's a 1 gallon pot, right?
Correct. Yeah, 1 gallon pot.
Okay. And how big of a pot will you go into after that? Will that go from 1 to 5 and then bigger?
No, I think because of the shortage of plants that we have going right now, I will probably be going right to a 25 gallon pot, then letting her veg for like a week and a half, and then going straight to flower.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So that's going to be pretty quick. So do you find that you can shorten your growth period at all? That you can how there's some strains that maybe 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. I mean, is there any time that you shorten it and throw them into flower a lot sooner?
Yeah. Sometimes I grow only in a 5 gallon pot. Sometimes I grow in 7 gallons, 10 gallons, 25 gallons. It really depends. Okay. Just these ones, I'm going to be looking to get really big plants. So, because this is blueberry muffin from Humboldt Seeds. Ooh. So I want to make plant for these ones.
Okay. Huh. All right. And my next question just totally left my brain. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I was supposed to ask. I'll think of it after the show's over.
That's okay. And the fortunate thing is that you guys are on twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, so you'll be back on Sunday to get more advice from Nate and to show us how it's going from here.
I know. I'm very excited.
So
I know what I was going to ask. Do you have any plants in mother that you keep in the mother stage?
I do, but not right now. I don't. I just put my big Chernobyl #7 mom into flower. She is like 2.5 weeks in now. I will be sharing some big pictures soon.
Oh, I
Like
can't
I'm gonna
wait.
take a picture with it to show how big it is comparative to me.
Okay, and you do realize that I'll keep that, as a screenshot and have that as my wallpaper on my phone for a while, right? Oh, Nate, I love you. Thank you for all of your advice.
You're welcome.
I love having my favorite farmer in my back pocket. My grow wouldn't look like this if it weren't for you and your help and all your guidance. So thank you. I surely appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, and hey, Nate, just before you go, what strains do you suggest for earlier maturation?
Indicas, get something that's going to run within 50, 60 days, in flower. So 8 weeks, you want to find strains that are in, like this one right here, the blueberry muffin, I think it's only a 50-something day. So that's pretty short. Some sativas, when they're 10, 12, 14 weeks, those can, run really long.
Well, that's
I would go for an indica or a hybrid that has really short flowering time.
Well, that's very disappointing to me because I love sativas.
Yeah, get a hybrid, and then maybe like there's some sativa hybrids out there that run 60 days, 65 days. That's not too bad. But I would definitely like search the strain and see what the typical pheno type runs.
Also, I want edibles made out of sativa, not out of indica. I don't want to fall asleep. I want to freak out, man.
Yeah, the Chernobyl I got going now is sativa dominant, so there'll be some stuff coming soon.
Awesome. Well, Jodi Chapin of Green Nurse on the Grow and Nate Andrade, Master Grower from Between the Rows. We really appreciate it when you guys come on twice a week and hang out with us. It's definitely a favorite segment of some folks out there. And we can't wait to see you on Sunday.
Thank you. I can't wait to be back.
Bye, guys.
Have a nice day, guys. Be well. Be safe.
We try.
Later, Nate Diggity.
Later, Mike.
Bye, Jodi.
That was cool. That's fun. Everyone loves it when, and it's weird because Jodi, when she was first starting out, it was like a 1990s webcast because she had like one frame every 4 seconds, but we could hear her, and then all of a sudden it got really good, which is good. And I like that Nate was still hanging out with us for a second. Ooh, somebody's did you see that? Guys. She'll donate Bitcoin free to the first 30 people that click on the link and join the channel. She's coming to hijack our channel. You should do it because 3% of a Bitcoin well, I don't know. I guess that is pretty decent. I don't know what the price of Bitcoins are right now, but if they're like $2,000, I suppose that's a few bucks. It's also, though, a very strange URL, so I wouldn't join that. Good luck. I don't know who Laura is. It's cool that Laura just sort of found us and decided that we were important enough to spam our chat. That's pretty sweet. All right, so last hint, because I don't think anyone's gotten it, because Scott hasn't written to me.
Yeah, somebody won.
Oh, they did? Somebody got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Well, let's see. That means... I thought it would have... I don't know. I don't know who won yet. But we'll find out in just a minute. I think from Scotty to Hottie. Yeah, I think Heather. I think we had a spammer here for a momento, saying to join their channel, which is weird, and that they'd give you 0.03. Sweet.
Hey,
do you know who it is? Because he messaged you, right?
Yeah, he told me.
Should we announce it?
If you want to.
Yeah. Nice. I like that. So, hey, Ashley. Welcome. You made it just at the end, Ashley. We appreciate it. That means you're on break. Ashley's on her break right now because she can only come and listen for like.
Yeah, Melissa, you missed it. You're late.
I guess 3% would be like $90
and we was
or something based
and we
on
was
what Scott is saying it is.
Eating earlier.
Hey, you can watch and eat at the same time. Shout out to Melissa.
Hey, Ashley.
Oh, so the winner is Liz Taylor.
Yeah.
And
the winner.
The winner is Rianne Singleton.
Rianne is a double dip winner. This is the second dip on her chip.
Not getting demonetized right now because this is not good enough to make it work.
Congratulations, Rianne.
Congratulations. If you contact Avril Andrade, who also didn't
morning,
Rianne
Liz.
win Rianne win the jam? She was a
double
jam winner, really.
Dip chip winner.
So Rianne, you're going to contact
Too
Avril.
much dip on your chip.
Avril is going to send you the infused balm.
She got to get in the comments first if she's not in the comments.
Wait, is she not here? Is she not here?
You don't win.
Is she not here?
Will she show up in the comments?
Rianne.
I don't know. Maybe she... Oh, there she goes.
Rianne. All right, you won. So contact Avril. It's the same person you got the jam from. She's the same awesome person.
Liz, we can do that. You can submit your request, but it takes 27 to 30 business days to get an answer. So if you want to submit your request for us to stay longer, you gotta wait 27 to 30 days. And we'll get back to you in about 2 months.
So, all right. So, Liz, I have an important question for you, and also an important question for anyone that kind of wishes that we had something going on like later. Is what kind of show would you want? Because it probably wouldn't be like this. It would be something different. So what would be kind of fun and entertaining for like later on in the day? Because I'm trying to get other stuff going. It's just
hold on, Liz. Wait, we didn't say that now.
Wait, what is Liz saying?
Hold on now. You can't delay them crabs. You gotta keep them next day shipping.
She's sending you crabs?
The delay is gonna kill them.
She's sending you crabs?
The delay is gonna kill them.
That sounds weird when I say that out loud.
Wow, that's cold, Liz. I didn't know you was like that. I didn't know you was an eye for an eye type of person.
All right, you know what? So I know some of you want us to stay on right now. Okay, so we're gonna do this like real streamers do for just a second. All right.
True.
Right now, we have.
They said they want to stay on longer for the tie trick.
No. All right. So no. Here's this. I think this will be fair, right? Because we've been on for just about an hour and 45 minutes or so. Right now, I can tell how many people are watching live across all the different channels. If we get 20 more people in the next 5 minutes, so a total of 20 more people, then we'll stay on until like 1. But the thing is, so the only way that you can do that is to get people to come on and watch, and we're literally going to watch. And right now, I'm looking at the time. So you got 5 minutes. If you can get us another 20 people watching the stream, then we'll stay on. In fact, if you can get another 20 people on right now, we'll do another giveaway. How's that sound? And every day, why don't you get some more people to come on, and that'll encourage us to do our thing.
I'm kind of sad. She said she ain't giving us no more king crab.
Wait, she's not? What happened? Did she get mad?
We are sorry, Liz.
So I'm watching. You guys get some people on. We'll try staying on longer. 20 more people. It's not tough. Shouldn't be. It probably is. I have no idea.
You get some got a crab pot with your name on. Liz said, LMAO. I mean, I don't know personally. I just love watching y'all. You're so funny. Also, Eric better fly your butt here
Yeah.
and get some. Got a crab pot with your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
A honey pot. She got a honey pot with your
don't
name on it. You better be flying out there real quick. Where's she living? Where's she living?
She stays in Alaska. That's Scott's cousin.
Scotty Too Hottie's cousin?
Mm-hmm. You do realize crab is twice as expensive in Alaska to buy because it ships from here.
Well, he'll
to
bring some with him.
Washington and back to Alaska. What? For real? Why we just can't go out and catch our own? I just want to get a crab. I just want to get a crab basket and just go out there and catch my own. I've seen the show. I've seen the show Alaska King Crab too many times. I know how to catch some crab. You get one of them big square baskets with the little thing in there that swiggle in and out, and then you get some fish with some stuff in, and you snap it in there, and then you make sure the basket is locked in place, and then you pull the handle, and it dumps the thing back in the ocean, and then it has like a big buoy at the top, so you always know where the basket is, and then you swoop back around in about 24 to 48 hours, and the thing be stacked up full of king crab. So I got it all figured out. I just need the boat, the basket, place to stay, some butter, some
Place
garlic.
to stay and some butter. He's like, I need a basket and a place to stay and some butter.
Joe said our Uggs good snowshoes. Hell nah. Hell nah, Uggs ain't no good snowshoes. Well, Rayanne, look like we're going to be going to Oregon right after we hit Alaska. Since everybody got king crab now. From that show doc here in my town. And the last frontiers. One of the boats from that show docks here in my town. And the last frontier is filmed in my town. Oh, that's dope. I'm definitely taking a trip then. I'm trying to get on TV. I've been waiting to start my television career. Been waiting. Get me on that boat. JT said I had crabs once. Itchy as hell. Hell nah. You're not talking about those. Hell nah. When you talk about them crabs, you keep those. And I hope they not king crab down there. That'd be scary.
I think it's probably time for us to go.
Hey Scott, nah, you're not going, brother. This is a solo dolo mission. If you come with me to go get some crab, then I mean I gotta share the crab that I caught. Do it look like I want to share some crab that I catch? No. So Scott, you can figure out your own journey and you can document it and do all that stuff, and then I'll watch it and then pretend I'm there with you. But I'm taking this trip solo dolo, my brother. I'm not sharing no crab with nobody. Including you, Liz. You give me a place to stay in that crab pot. When I'm making a crab, don't be trying to ask for none. I don't care if it's your pot, your house, your oven. That don't mean nothing. You invited me to get some crab for me. I ain't get none for you.
It's time to loosen this tie.
Uh-oh. Now y'all get to see it go reverse. From reverse to the trick. You keep the crab. I want Alaska. For real. That's cool. Well, let's look up some apartments down there, see what they go for.
Jay.
We could be roommates, Scott.
Jay turned home. It was a pelican eel.
Oh yeah. It was a pelican eel. Well, I will hope that if you got crabs, that wouldn't share. You wouldn't share them. I'm talking about the food.
He's like,
well, that 5 minutes is up, and y'all ain't get 20 more people. Y'all ain't even get one.
yeah, actually, I think it went down by one
Damn,
person. It
that's
went down by
cold.
one person.
Y'all messed
It
up.
literally went down by one person.
Nate said you got a brown eel.
Nate also said
Eric
sea
to come
biscuit.
by,
He said
you
sea
get him
biscuit.
crabs for only him. You want Eric to come by, you get him crabs for only him. Exactly, Ashley. Correct
Ashley
the
knows.
mundo.
Ashley knows.
You starting to get it. You
Ashley
starting
knows.
to get it.
So, folks, I just want to remind you, we have an ongoing thing where we're raising money. It's stupid for me to say at the end. All of you already know about this, but it's pinned there.
Wait, Liz, why Scott get to stay on your land and I don't? What that mean? Just because you and him cousins, that mean he get to stay and I don't? What's that about? I'm kind of disappointed in that, hearing that.
You can tell that Liz lives in Alaska because her picture looks like she has a scarf on. It's cold all the time. So anyway, those of you who have donated or feel like donating, we're supporting local farmers. We take the money you donate, we buy food from local farms, and we match it up with people who need it the most right now during the pandemic. So to encourage folks to help out with that, we're going to give away a bunch of prizes. The first really cool thing, and anyone that's already donated or anyone that does donate, for every $1 you donate, it's like an entry.
For every $1 you donate is one entry plus tax.
Plus tax. And then, and so far we have some amazing Air Jordans that if you win whatever size you want, we get you. They're green and black. They're pretty sweet. They're black with like green accents. I actually they're growing on me every time I see them.
Nah, Liz said, well, because he's like a brother more than a cousin. I mean, you can live on the land too if you really wanna. I hear Zach Brown's house he just built might be for sale soon.
Lady J got her jam. How is it, Lady J?
Oh, thank God.
How is it?
Everybody look at everybody stop. Lady J has got the jam. That's what we all been waiting for, because that's all we've been hearing in the comments is that Lady J didn't get her jam. She got it, so everybody can relax.
She was.
I was exhausted from that.
It was a process.
Like every day we had to.
But
hear
I'm glad that
Lady J. We are excited. You got it.
She's excited too. She's excited. Well, and it's good. It's good for people who win stuff on the show. That it's good when they get it. Then they're happy. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's free though, so don't be complaining about it.
She's. We know she wasn't. We're just playing. We're just helping.
Lady J, we giving you crap like you be giving us all day, every day.
She got her jam. So now, Lady J, whenever you say the word jam, you got to go jam. Like your Elvis. That's how we do it. Yeah, so Jay, I was thinking about a live karaoke show. Would you guys all be interested in a live karaoke show? And we could even do something like maybe the winner gets a little prize. Abel's like, no. No, but we could have like a show and everyone kind of gets to get up and have fun and do some karaoke, and then we'll vote in the comments, and whoever wins.
Oh, we just bumped up 5 viewers. Thanks for calling that out, Liz. Hey, Liz, I do want to stay on the land, though. I mean, don't be trying to like change the subject now. I still do. If you say Scott can stay on the land, I can stay on the land.
So Liz, we went up 3, but
how much land you got? You got another house there or something? What's the no rent, right? No utilities, no rent. Is that the deal? No utilities, no rent, and then I just catch the king crab and we good. Well. Y'all know what that means. We have made it to the end of the show, and it's time for us to get go. Why? We don't want to talk to y'all no more. So this is the end of the show.